Hey Career Gears, and welcome to the 250 and 300 subscriber special video. For this milestone we wanted to do something fun together with the Career Gears, so we thought it would be a great idea to do a Q&A video and try to answer some of your questions you have for Munoz and I. Let's first start with the questions asked via Discord. If you guys didn't know, we have a Discord server where the Career Gears can hang out, chat, post project ideas and fan art. But for this Q&A we made a special channel where they could post their questions, so let's go through it. The first question was from Hedgeburst. He asked, why is your channel called WVD Creations? A great question. This is actually an abbreviation from my real name. Shocking, right? Roboy isn't my real name. But back on subject, Roboy is the name I use in Ecopolis, but the WVD Creations part comes from my actual real name. The full name WVD Creations was actually something I came up with about 7 years ago when I was in high school. There I did a lot of projects and I wanted to make my own brand to be able to label my creations. So as stupidly cheeky as it sounds, I used an abbreviation of my full name and creations. Hey, the name did stick very well. The next question are from our friends that apparently also have some things to ask us. The first one was from Wouter with the question, when do you guys guess the next Splatoon game is going to come out? But because we haven't seen anything around from Nintendo and we still have Splatfest until March, I guess maybe summer 2022? His next question was, what franchise aside from Splatoon do you feel like making more prop/cosplay of? Munoz and I have been binge watching the series called My Hero Academia together. And we have already made 2 cosplays of some of the characters and we even have 3 more planned to do besides WVD Creations. But we don't know if this would really fit in our Splatoon/gaming channel. But with enough interest, we could try to make a series out of it like we did for the Arsene cosplay series. But other than that, I couldn't think of something to do a video about. So, if you guys have anything you want, leave it in the comments. Next up is Ash with their question. Do you have any other OCs other than Munoz? Munoz, do you know what an OC is? Well, let's continue on that. Aside from Ash, Matt and Wouter, we also have Anne, our sea anemone friend, who works at the local vet where we usually take sparks. We also have Matana, an oceanic sea mantaling, with which we made friends when she moved to Ecopolis from its shores. Finally, we have Theo, the sea dragonling, a close friend of mine which always takes me out for drinks every Saturday night. He even always comes to Ammonites as the last customer so that he is able to immediately take me to the local pub. Whew, sometimes those night gets pretty late. Finally, we have a few questions from Matt. Firstly, she asked, what got you into prop making? To say it simply, it was an opportunity that came with my school. Ever since primary school I was very creative, and with my choice of high school I got the chance to express my creativity through one of the extra courses we could choose for the first 2 years. I chose the creative and tech course and got to learn a lot about the machines and the workshop there. But with the third year, when we had to stop making the courses, it all fell a little bit quiet. But by the 4th year I went to the teacher and arranged that I could work in the workshop in my free time. So I was able to work in her school workshop during intermediate hours and after school, and got to use all the machines and materials that I got enough experience with. So I was able to do more and more projects, and when I was still a huge fan of Skylanders, I got to make my first props of some of the characters. And when I continued to work on the weapons, I also made a mask of the same character, and that's when I even started to make a cosplay. I even got a picture of the first one I ever made. Hey, it was the first thing I ever made around cosplay and that kind of stuff. And you can really see the growth I've been able to accomplish with the Arsene cosplay. And I think this one is even like 5 years old or something. So yeah, really growing in that time. The next question from her was, how did you find Splatoon? To be honest, just by chance. Through my love of the game Skylanders, I got my first home console, a Wii, and later on a Wii U. And then I was just browsing a bit through YouTube at the time, and I saw this video from the official Nintendo website. And after that I was immediately hooked. It looked so fun and colorful, and I really wanted to try a shooter, and it immediately got me anchored onto the game. After I got it, I played it so much on my own little old TV in my room and got many hours out of it. And then came the creations around it, and later on we got Splatoon 2. Matt's last question: what was the first Splatoon thing you ever made? This is the first Splatoon thing I ever made, a holder for my 3 Splatoon amiibos, with one even being customized to a dark blue color. Because I got the original green squid amiibo with the starter pack for Splatoon, and I also bought a green Inkling Girl amiibo. So I wanted to customize her to make it a better balance in the holder. But by now this thing is what we like to call version 1.0, and it's already at 3.0. With a holder for the Pro Controller for the Wii U added, and even a tower to represent Splatoon 2's single player and place for its amiibos. And that will do it for all the questions from Discord. Next up are the 2 questions from the Google form I put up in the description of the video. The first question came from Amiibo Trader. They asked, do you ever plan on getting back into any Splatoon competitively again? Yeah, for the ones who didn't know, I did some low-level Splatoon 2 competitive play together with a Dutch team called Duelist, which later on became Ikazumi. With this team we competed in some Dutch tournaments and it was a really fun experience. But by now the team has been disbanded for over a year. Still a very sad thing for us both to happen, but we still have good contact with most of the members, and I think with university and WVD Creations we would never have been able to keep up that lifestyle anyway. Oh yeah. As for if I will ever return to competitive Splatoon, I don't think so. I would love to, but then I would have to find another way to make some extra time. So for now, I don't think it's going to happen very soon. We do still play Star Wars and Ranked whenever we can, but for now it's going to be kept on the low pace. The second question from the forum was from Crowcoxed, with the question, you like jazz? Personally, I'm more of a pop type of guy. Although I love to put on some gaming soundtracks on, like the music from Persona 3, 4 and 5. Or naturally, the music that you can hear playing all day and night long in Nicopolis. Muna, what's actually your favorite band?
Me, sure.
I'm more of a chirpy chips octo myself. Then we can take a look at the questions from YouTube. Here we got another one from Router with the question, how do you actually make Munoz's voice? I use the Octoling voice sound clips, which I downloaded from the website soundsresource.com. Here you can download sounds from all kinds of games directly, because Munoz doesn't like to show her full voice all the time. It doesn't matter. I think everyone likes the way you're able to communicate now, so don't worry about it. For the final option, we also opened the possibility for people to post questions via Twitter. Okay then, next questions? Well, I guess we are finished then. So, I think this will do it for the subscriber milestone video. If you guys have any more questions for Muna and me to answer, then you can always leave them in the comments or join the Discord server and we will do our best to answer them as quickly as possible. But that's going to be all from us now. Keep those creative gears turning and we will see you in the next video.